I'm bloody glad that I filled up my tank.
Yeah.
Because I was on half when I went sort of past where the fuel was. And I was like, oh, I can probably make it, but I may as well fill it up. And I'm back at almost half again. So if I hadn't, I'd be probably in the red by now.
Okay.
That's how much fuel it takes in all-wheel drive going through this kind of mud constantly.
So whereabouts are you now?
I'm on the bottom bit. I'm in between the log kiosk and the crane and the garage.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm quite, since I've filled up, and all I've done is gone through the mud to pick up the boat.
I think because the boat
adds
adds
the fuel station.
Yeah, the boat adds extra weight and stuff.
I'm down at half fuel.
Yeah, I think it would change.
And if I'd realised that...
Oh dear. Oh, that's quite interesting light there. Yeah, no, sorry, my boat started vibrating and I got really worried.
If I'd realised that, I would have probably taken the fuel back. If I'd realised that there was no garage points in the utility bank.
Yeah. But you'll be alright, won't you?
Well, I don't know, I'm going to fill up my tank now. Up here. And I'll fill it up at the other place, so yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh dear, it's so slow. I don't think I can change gear, I'll probably stall.
There's areas where you can.
No, it's
like
just,
when you go downhill.
I was going uphill to the fuel station. And we're in the fuel station.
I found your 432010.
Oh yes. Thank you.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's behaving quite interestingly different with the with the boat on the back.
But the interesting thing is, I'm not super familiar with exactly how MudRunner physics work, but I don't know. Like, you put logs on and they're basically weightless.
Yeah.
And then it's when you load them up, they gain weight.
Yeah.
And we haven't like loaded the boat up, but that said, the boat does have weight of its own, and like if you put one truck on top of another, those weights do like multiply for if the first truck was trying to pull it. So I believe it should impact it. But the other thing is, as you've noticed, you've seen those big invisible wheels. There's two invisible wheels, right?
Yeah.
That together make up the length of the boat, and those seem to be able to go through the bottom of the trailer and be running along the ground, because it's not driving, it's not got power technically, because I'm not winching onto it, so it shouldn't be running and driving forwards, because it's just parked up at the moment, and yet it is. Those tires are spinning, and I believe the little propellers are going.
Oh, mine aren't.
Aren't they?
No.
Well, they were when I was... No, that's right. They were when I was winching to it, and I think that was part of the problem. Even when I wasn't in when I wasn't in drive mode, they were still doing it, which they shouldn't have.
That's why the tries to flip itself over. I see what you mean. These wheels are going.
Yeah. So they're actually protruding. They pretend that the trailer is invisible, and but if there's something groovy that happens underneath the trailer, those wheels still feel it, and it gets funky. Yeah. On top of that, I had my winch, and I think the winch was doing much more harm than good, especially when it was in drive mode, which makes sense. But I'm probably if I look at the the Steam mod page, it'll probably say make sure you don't have it in drive mode or something like that. But anyway. The garage is in sight.
Oh, good.
Come on.
I think this trailer is almost acting as a plough through this mud.
Yeah. Come on. go, heading down the hill. Oh, sorry we're not all that talkative at the moment, folks. It's been a bit exhausting and stressful and concentrating.
Well, it's just a bit different, really, trying to load these boats and get it right.
And obviously, as you saw on mine, we are experiencing a few very minor sort of glitches. Well, not that minor maybe, but, you know, you have to expect that kind of thing, given that, you know, the things that these guys are modding in are awesome. But the game wasn't perhaps designed to work with them that easily. So, it happens. Okay. Cool, I'm repaired and fueled up. It's refueled my Basic 6 full.
Yes, I noticed that. It's very kind of it, isn't it?
Now, we have to explain to the viewers now what we're going to do. I know we mentioned it before, but basically, normally you'd be able to pop this boat in the ocean, because this garage area extends out there, and you'd put on a log back, and then you go up to that crane, which is it in view? Somewhere up there. And you'd fill up. However, we are having some problems with the getting some of these modded trucks to work in multiplayer. Dimitri did mention it was something to do with how we're setting up our SpinTires mod. So I'm just going to go into those settings, because I'm pretty sure these are the only settings that you can change for it. Disable game files, check. Light sync in multiplayer, don't turn off headlight in truck. Game day duration, freeze game time, increase camera zoom sensitivity, enable controlled constraints, radius of activity. I've basically tried turning on and off all of the relevant ones that I can think of here, and it doesn't make a difference. So I'm not entirely sure what that is. And I was going to send Dimitri a message, because he, in the past, he said, oh, feel free to send me a message if you're having trouble with anything, which just goes to say that he's a stand-up bloke, you know, great guy. But as I said a few episodes ago, a good few episodes ago, Prang mentioned that he had found a Baz, which was a amphibious truck. And so what we're going to do is, when we get to here, we're going to swap over our... Oh. Sorry, I just had a notification on my phone saying something that I have no idea what it means. We're going to swap over, so we're just going to detach the trailer and basically dump the boat there, and spawn in a Baz in exchange for it, which I appreciate isn't exactly the way that, you know, you're meant to do it, but I think it sounds a pretty cool way for us to do it, and actually include using a convertible truck, because we've used these boat loggers before to deliver things, and it's an opportunity for us to use these Baz trucks actually in a series, as opposed to like a little mod spotlight video or something. So I'm going to spawn one in now. Is that right, Prang?
Yep.
Always show dev tools. Okay. Spawn. What are they called? Spider. And I chose the army one. That one seemed to work pretty well. Add. Done. Okay, so I've now got one in. So this is what it looks like. I'll chuck up the information on screen of the mod, and it will of course go into the description of the series, the name and the creator. So hopefully you fine folks at home, or wherever you are, can enjoy it as well. Change truck. Baz.
I'm having difficulties getting up the hill.
I did a lot of winching off the trailer.
Using the trailer as well.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't really consider that would,
You know, like slingshotting.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be strong enough to do that.
Yeah. Not from the truck, not from the boat rather, but the trailer itself.
Yeah.
Okay, that should do it. Cool, repaired a heap of damage, and I've got half fuel out of 600, which is pretty good. But it's probably pretty thirsty, so we probably will need some extra fuel down here. Now I'm going to put a medium log trailer on it. There we go. And I'm going to not drive it back into the sea. I'll also take my dev tools away. we go.
Oh, I'm in the trees. We'll get back up there. And nothing
Is
impossible.
All right, I'm just starting to take the Baz down to the
Okay.
load up place. Now you can't actually put any logs in the Baz itself, so you've got to put them in a trailer. Now, normally, what you would do with the boat logkers is you would load them up while they're sitting in the ocean, which is what we've done like in Unreachable City and stuff. But with this truck, the truck itself floats, but the trailer kind of doesn't. The back of the trailer goes down, and so I think we'd probably be wise not to bother trying loading up in the ocean. Or maybe I should give it a go loading it up in the sea. What do you reckon, Prank?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it a go.
It
Since I'm waiting for you.
It works.
Yeah, alright, I'll give it a go. I was just going to load it up on land and then get it in the sea. Now this thing is the most power-hungry thing I've ever seen. Would you like to know how many litres a minute I'm doing?
60?
73. I'm now doing 60, but when I said it, I was doing 73 litres a minute.
What size tank has it got?
600 litres.
Okay.
But this is quite a big issue.
So are you in the water now?
No.
So in the water you might use less.
Possibly.
Well, what you might need to do is to go to the log mill from the, not go on the land at all.
I'm on the land. I've kind of got to go the rest of the way to the log mill on the land.
Sure.
I'm now going at only 20 or 18, 17 litres a minute, which is a lot nicer. But I mean, I've gone through quite a lot of fuel already.
You've got...
I'm going to have to fuel this one up one way or another.
You've got your utility...
Not with me, no. It's up on the other side. So the problem is, I'm going to have to go... What trucks have I got down here? I've got nothing down here. I've got a utility semi-trailer over here, but that's a semi-trailer.
And can't you...
I haven't got a semi thing to attach to it at the moment. Because I've only got B66 and this truck and the Baz over this side. Okay, so one way or another, I'm going to have to get back over to the fuel station. So basically, I think I'm going to have to turn around right now and go back and get the B66.
Get the B66.
Yeah, to get back over there.
Where's the thing?
It's a bit annoying, but oh well.
So where's your B66?
Back at the garage.
Okay.
I was halfway to the log mill.
Yeah, you see, I mean, if I was down there, I could then bring my utility truck down.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go up and get mine in any case. So.
But I mean, if we go...
I think we're going to need it if we've got to do multiple.
Yeah.
Oh, we'd only have to do one journey.
Yeah, we need to do more because we've got to get other logs through.
Oh, that's right, you're right. Yeah, so we've got to bring it down anyway. So in fairness to the boat loggers, they would have definitely been able to do it with just the fuel that was in them to start with. But, as we said, we could go and try and fix that. I could get in touch with Dimitri and that kind of thing, but I'm pretty interested in using this vehicle. I think it'll be a fun thing to do. So as long as you're okay with that, Prang.
Yeah, I fancy playing with it.
Because you basically haven't driven it yet, have you?
No.
Yeah. I did it when we were testing, but...
Okay, let's get Bill up the right way, shall we?
Bill up.
Bill up.
bill up the right way, 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 bill up the bill up.
Because all this mud, beautiful mud.
Mud, beautiful mud. Sorry, continue.
On the back of the trailer.
Oh yeah.
It's not good. Let's see where we're driving. We're driving over a cliff. No.
Let's get a bit of all wheels. Yes, when you turn all wheels, that it starts getting real hungry. I mean, which makes sense, but 60 litres a minute at the moment. If it's 60 litres a minute, that's 1 litre a second.
Yeah.
Which is consistent with what I'm seeing going down on my screen.
Okay. Right, I've got Bill out the way and I've parked him up the...
Oh, okay. He wasn't really in the way.
No, but I've got him up right. I just thought I might, just for the
That's cool.
sake of things.
I like how you were talking about not parking utility trailers in the way, and there's a utility trailer smack bang that you've left in the middle of the garage.
You can drive around that. Don't be a wimp. And
no, I'm not. It's not a complaint. I was just pointing out.
It wasn't smack bang in the way. It's not blocking anything.
I mean,
you can drive around it, and it's very useful for me to pick up extra fuel on the way out.
It was just that you'd said about.
Yeah, I know. It's not in a really bad position.
Is it in a really bad position?
It's in a comfortable
Is it in a really
position,
bad position?
I think in the original map, the write-up, it says these boats, you've got to get them down without damaging them because they don't belong to you or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Ding! Ding!
What?
Thank you. I was just trying to get the fuel to... Basically, I use half a tank. Just getting the B66.
I was going to say, it really isn't that easy to drive around when you've got an enormous Baz and an enormous Baz's trailer and a B66 that you're dragging it with. So if it gets hit, it's going to get hit, alright? I'll try and avoid it.
That's alright. I was just going to say, you couldn't drive the... There's no way you can get the B66 in the back of the Baz, can you? Can't drive it in. There's not.
Can't drive it in. If I had a crane, I could get it in for sure.
Yeah. Wow, big crane.
Well, we've got a pretty bloody big crane in this.
Yeah, it depends how much the claws on the crane.
The claws on the crane.
Okay, who's stuck there? 4, 3, 10, and utility trailer right in the way.
And left a little surprise for you.
Thank you, yeah.
Whereabouts is that? I've forgotten.
It's just coming out of the fuel.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, it's on the tip of my tongue.
I'd say that's pretty easy to get around. This
There
semi-trailer
was one amphibious truck you can get in the mods that allows you to drive things in the back. I think somebody put a Kraz in the back.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't know whether that was it for a while, for sometimes I think this 66 is in two-wheel drive with the way it's going.
Yeah. Oh, what a stretch.
I wouldn't have ever considered that this boat would have made such a difference, but obviously,
I think when you get to that summit, we'll finish up.
Okay. Might take me longer than you think. I've come to this bit here. It'd be a good place to finish.
Yeah, I'm more looking at the time than anything else. Okay, well, so just see how far I can get the Baz.
That's the one thing we
I-
didn't
I-
look at.
I kind of like that the Baz takes a lot of fuel because it makes you feel like that's your payment for being able to have its good abilities. Like it's not like a cheaty thing where you get, you know, it can't sink, it has 1 million health points and holds 1 million fuel points and all that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't feel like a cheat truck.
I will in a minute. I just nearly fell over them.
Oh, okay. Need to get myself up out of water.
Coming so slowly. Okay, I'm summiting.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'll
I can
just...
stop. No, all right.
Cool. All right. Park yourself up, swing yourself to your front so we can say goodbye to everybody. I have been Hawkreach.
And I have been Captain Brain.
And you have been wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks a lot.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.